the giant Deinosuchus. This cold-blooded reptile with a long snout and endless teeth. A primeval beast that will feed on anything that is meat. And with such a natural ability to cloak itself submerged under the water, the victims would stand very little chance of survival. And today I played the monster, the massive cannibal of the rivers. But ladies and gentlemen, before we can get to the darkest part of the gameplay, first, we have to go back to the very beginning. I started off by selecting a camouflage skin and spawning in at the centre of the map.
Any food that's just around and look easy, just maybe get lucky.
There was a pleasant, sweet smell of dead corpses inland.
Just casually running across the land.
It was a crystal clear day and everything felt promising.
Now I'm on.
But in a game of survival, everything can change in a split second. A Pachycephalosaurus was KOSing. This was going to be a rough start. I had to use my camouflage and get to some cover, quickly.
No!
Because it was coming in bloodthirsty.
Yeah, get out of here. You get bit. You get bit by a little snapper.
A strike of good luck. A Carnotaurus was on the hunt.
Nice.
I waited a few moments.
This is my chance to get out of here, actually. That food's not worth my life. I'm doing alright. I can go hunt fish.
There was no time to hang around. I had to get back to the safety of water.
A couple of mouthfuls in though.
And fast.
Fish on there. That could be perfect. Staying away from me.
Now back in the rivers, I started fishing.
Some of this off. No one else around?
And being so small, nothing but a hatchling, it would take time to rip this fish apart and eat it.
Don't mind. Cool, that's some food.
And the first fully grown Deinosuchus that I met, he wanted to put me on the menu. But it is completely understandable, after all. I'm a part of his diet.
Just go, 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 go.
No hard feelings, of course, because I got out of there.
Oh! I lived. Oh man, that was close. I'm getting as far away from him as possible. He won't be able to chase me because he was so big. He'll run out of stamina like well and truly before me. He's still back there biting into the bushes thinking I'm there, so should have known, man. Alligators are cannibals. Rule number 1, never trust another gator. So how much did he do to me? So he got me at half health on a tail bite sort of thing.
Somehow I survived the initial part of life. It was rough, but I still had a long road ahead of me.
I was AFK for a little bit too long. Let's get some fish. Let's get some fish.
I did exactly what any other crocodilian would do. I sat there hiding, AFK growing.
I'm still a hatchling. Just for a little Utah, but might be able to grab. Hello?
The next day I got lucky because a small juvenile was trying to cross the river.
He jumped right into my mouth of all places, eh?
It was an easy meal, exactly what I needed in such a dangerous time.
I needed him on the surface. Maybe I can get to him from there. Might be able to reach him. Yes! Beauty. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Eat. So I'm getting as much out of this as possible. Oh, that's the whole body. Look at that. The spine. Nothing but the spine left. That's pretty cool. Unnecessary, but pretty cool. Let's find ourselves a safe little area to grow. This is why I go extreme green camouflages when I can.
I spent the entire day in the woods growing, and only came out to stay hydrated.
Safe. No one in here? No one living here? No, we're good. Let's drink. Probably not the smartest place to go up here.
After spending the night in the woods, it was time to hunt.
A good spot to get me killed. How many people's on? 100 bloody people on. Oh, I just might get lucky and be able to get that Pteranodon or something.
There was a Pteranodon skimming the water for fish.
Hey, buddy. Grab another fish. And then I'll go back to growing. Come here, you.
I made my way back to the centre of the map for a good supply of fish.
Just get some fish.
I was only now just starting to get some good growth on me, too big to hide, but still small enough to outrun the large cannibals.
I think I know where I want to go. Gonna have to pass through the centre though, which is a bit, yeah, definitely a bit of a crazy spot.
And just a quick reminder guys, if you do end up enjoying the story, don't forget to drop a like on the video.
You alright, bud?
I'd truly appreciate it. Thank you very much. And of course, now that that's out of the way, let us go back to the story.
You freaked out.
The Rivers of the Isle.
Very understandable though. Cannibal Crocs, man.
A place that is so unforgiving, with its own set of unwritten laws. One simple slip up,
I see any big crocs though. I'll just go for the land and run inland hopefully.
and you will find yourself easily dismembered.
Gents. Oh look, someone's trapped.
And later that night, a very unfortunate player. He was trying to get a drink in the worst place possible.
Poor little Tano. Right. Take him out of here, I can eat him.
And after some difficult hardships, I'd finally made it, fully grown.
No fish anywhere. This is not good.
With no fish in the river, I had a feeling that there was something off. I was under a rapid attack. I'd been ambushed.
Whoa, he's fast too.
I started trading the malt bites, but there was 2 of them. Everything happened so fast. All of a sudden, I'd been killed.
Alright. God damn it.
And then once again, I spent hours growing. But don't feel bad for me. Just because I died to a pair of cannibals, it's nothing that I haven't done myself. When it's a part of the diet, it's acceptable, just natural selection.
I got to eat. Very sorry.
I continued to grow and went AFK for quite a bit, and when my hunger had dropped low enough, I went in search of food.
Where are all the fish? I really don't want to have to eat any more baby crocodiles. I mean, if I come across another baby gator before I come across any fish, I'm gonna eat it.
Luckily for all the juveniles, because I came across a school of fish.
Because I'm almost fully grown. That's my growth. 85%. How many people on? 62. So it's pretty low pop at the moment. Best time to be growing.
I continued to traverse the rivers in search of food.
Little baby stego over there.
And that's when I spotted a juvenile stegosaurus making a dangerous crossing.
If he's gonna make it before I make it to him.
I was having some mixed feelings.
Yeah, I'll let him go. Oh, I could have done it eating him, but
It was just too cute. I couldn't bring myself to do it. If it was a crocodilian, I would have happily ate it.
forever wonder what just happened. The question will always linger now. It'll be like, did I escape that? Or did I get set free? Trust me, I was gonna eat him. And then that little call that he did put me off. I was like, I can't do it. I can AFK for a bit longer. Infertile.
I probably should have ate that stego, but now unfortunately I'd have to eat another Deinosuchus.
That little Utah just might go for it,
Later that night, I was using a corpse at the edge of the river, fishing for anyone who would take the bait. But no one took it, so I repositioned.
I'm Z-walking, so I'm silent. As I can be.
A juvenile gator was very brave and was going to use himself as live bait. I exploded out of the bush. The timing was perfect. And now it was time to go back to the river.
Come with me, little guy, or you're gonna get eaten.
My little friend here should have followed me back to the river, but he was reckless and gonna get himself killed. Although he did end up surviving.
On ya.
There was an adult Deinosuchus who was way too friendly with the Utah Raptors.
Might even get out of here. I only just got to adult, so I'm not willing to die just yet. I was gonna use it to ambush, but I need to eat.
It was time to head back to the center and put some good distance between me and the mixed packers.
Somebody's drinking over there. I'm never gonna make it in time. Oh, I might. They look like they're drinking happily. They were drinking happily. Sorry about this one, buddy. You're going down into a watery grave.
I dragged the young Carnotaurus to the murky bottom, and when his lungs had finally filled up and he slowly faded out of existence,
If you want some,
I gave this young cannibal my blessing to eat.
quick easy meal for him. As long as he saved some of it. I wanted to use it to ambush. And now, let's see if anything comes along. If it doesn't, I'll just end up eating it when I get too hungry. What's the little tacker doing? He's just gonna sit there, is he?
But nothing made its way down to the water's edge, and I ended up moving along.
My biggest concern, though, was other alligators. That is for sure. 96 people on it.
But just remember, ladies and gentlemen, rule number 1. Never trust another Deinosuchus.
Alright. Yeah. Look at him go. Get out of here. Trying to sneak up on me. And then runs away like a coward. Yeah. That's because I landed a good old bite on his head. Probably should chase him down, but if I get caught chasing him, other gators will think that I'm the cannibal. Just like that little one. I had to back up. He was like a white-skinned one though. He had white skin. So, I'll remember that. Starts a fight and can't even finish it. That was very sad. I don't get being a cannibal and all. You do what you gotta do. Here he is too.
And then there he was, lingering in the water. I'd found him. But he swam off, breaking the surface, onto the land, hiding behind his friends.
Oh, he's a mixed packer. Scumbag mixed packer. Can't even fight by himself.
This was a well-organised, giant, mixed-packing group of players. They even had scouts.
Mixed packing scum. Nothing's changed with officials. I mean, nothing's changed with Reavema, is what I should say. I'm gonna have to get away though, because, yeah, he's now got protection, and he'll use it.
It was too dangerous to hang around.
Oh, there was a Carno right there. Why would you mix packers, stegos, Carnos, crocodiles? Where is the enjoyment in that? I'll let this guy know I'm good.
I let a local Deinosuchus know that there was mixed packers ahead.
Alright, I gotta get away from here before I get outnumbered.
Seconds later, I heard a battle. I'm pretty sure they ended up killing him. It was getting dark, but I heard movement downstream.
Yeah, look at them, whole family. I'm gonna see if I can quickly pick one off. So it's one adult and like a couple of younger ones.
I came across a family of Deinosuchus looking for fish.
Where's the adults?
My cannibal instincts kicked in. they were going to find more than they bargained for. I was making no movement, perfectly still, analysing the ripples.
Here we go.
It was now or never, time to strike.
I gotta kill this one before I die. I'm gonna die. I'm alive. I gotta go up here and heal.
I survived it, but I had a cannibal's guilt, and on 16 HP, suffering and bleeding out.
God, I'm close to death. There's only a couple of babies over there in the water now, so I'll be alright. Yeah, I'll just heal up now. Now that I've got a good size meal just down there. Alright, just get a feed in. Still got a couple of his little family members down the water, but...
There is reason behind the madness, but what happens in the rivers must stay in the rivers.
Sorry about your family, guys. That second one, man, oh, he almost finished me. Lucky he was only, like, small. I know some people ain't gonna like me hunting other crocodiles, but...
Just keep in mind, guys, that I'm playing on a cannibal. It's a part of the diet, and I'm in a river full of cannibals.
There's daylight. None in the water. Alright, cool.
Now, with a better diet, I would recover my HP much faster.
Enjoy this nice sunlight. And just daydream. Rest in peace, gentlemen. Sorry that I hunted you. You know how it is, though. After all. Cannibal. You know what I mean? It is what it is. No hard feelings. I've been there.
It was now time to move forward.
We can actually go prep and look for the next hunting ground. Not sure where I want to be. Probably, I might check out the swamp. Have a look around for a bit, see if I can catch anything. I never really have any luck at the swamp, but...
I'd been on for hours. It was time to get some rest in real life. But I'd be back.
Alright, we're back. Let's get going.
The next day I continued on my quest for survival. Some herbivores came down to the waterline for a drink, but there was a big problem. The water here was extremely shallow, and I was a giant monster. It was a failed hunt, and I made my walk of shame back into the water.
Nice digger.
An absolutely majestic, fully grown Stegosaurus.
Got a couple of headshots on him.
I may have landed a couple of headshots, but it's nothing that Stegosaurus can't shake off.
Probably not the smartest idea. Coming out here into the water.
And now that I'd taken a great deal of damage, I would have to back out of this hunt, because if any alligators spot me, I'd be an easy picking.
Oh, just a little thing. A little bit hungry there, mate. There's another little one over there.
There was plenty of Deinosuchus that I let live because I didn't need to eat them. But when I did need to eat... Sorry about that. Right, my diet's good now, so that's handy. I might just sit around here. Yeah, I might sit around here sort of thing and just lie awake. And when there was times that I could help others out, I did. All yours. All yours. Make his life a little easier. There's nothing worse than sitting there like ripping the fish apart when you're a baby, one mouthful at a time. There is that other like waterhole over there. Kinda tempted to go check it out, but it's a bit of a walk, really. I crossed from one waterhole to the next. I've never been in this part of the swamp in my life. So this is a first. Hopefully it's not occupied. Alright, let's see what we're dealing with. This is a nice spot, isn't it? The real question is, does anyone actually come here to drink though? It was a beautiful area, with massive schools of fish to feed off. But it was quiet at the same time, and nobody came here. The only other player I found was a small pteranodon that must have missed his landing. Rest in peace, little man. Unlucky. He was so small, in fact, I got more protein from a fish. Let's go up here. Can't see anything in these goddamn shadows. Nice. Quick little snack. Definitely must have missed his landing. It's probably time to leave this swamp now. Not much comes around here, that's for sure, and I've been here for hours. So yes, I might just hang around this front bit for a bit longer, but if nothing else comes, then... I spent 2 days in that swampy waterhole. It was peaceful, but it was definitely not worth it. Do I want to leave the swamp behind? Probably. I've spent a lot of time here now. And I haven't had any luck. I was resting up on the bank the next day when I seen a juvenile stego. I planted the body down and waited. He must have starved to death, but he ran straight past my little stego body. That was interesting. The young Carnotaurus ran straight past the body and starved to death. Probably picked up the scent of this stego, but just ran straight past it. Because he looked like he hesitated for a sec up there, but then died. Rough start. But that ain't nothing new either. Unless you start in the centre where all the pretty much battle royale is happening and there's corpses everywhere. Then yeah, unless you're a croc, you can just hunt fish. I ran out of patience and ate the bodies before they went rotten. Right, there we go. Right here. I don't think that was rotten. I don't think it even matters for an alligator. It shouldn't do. These things thrive on rotten food. But it might. We'll soon find out. Yeah, I'm in dangerous waters here. The sun had fallen, and it was now pitch black. Ain't no rules here. I was scavenging from a dead corpse that was on the bottom of the river. And there's a dead croc over here. I wouldn't say no to a free meal, so I started to rip it apart and bring it to the surface. And after I dived back down for another chunk. What happened here? Somebody else was lurking in the dark. God damn it, he's gonna get me one with my mouthful. I had to quickly drop the food, turn and defend myself. There's 2 of them. I was starting to get smothered by his babies. There we go, he's dead. Just because one was dead, this battle was far from over. Dirty little rotten... But now my stamina pool was drained. I could no longer ult bite. They broke off for a brief moment, only to return and continue the attack. I need to get in the water, I think.
because I can't turn around. Here we go. Hopefully I can tank him. He's only small. Nice.
I was now on my final stretch of life, and if I could achieve anything, I would take this last one with me.
You little rat. Get out of here.
But chasing him down was futile. I needed
Not
stamina.
enough for one alt bot, I'm pretty sure.
But now that I was in a decent position, just maybe I could survive this.
Okay. Try heal up for a bit.
But this lone survivor only had revenge in mind. He took a chance and gambled, and tried to tank my final bit of health.
You do what you gotta do, but... Hey. 2%.
I was on 2% health and bleeding out, but the fight was over. There was something crossing the river, but I was confident, hidden here under a decent amount of cover.
Stego, maybe? Has he seen me? As long as he hasn't seen me.
A Stegosaurus had made the crossing. He came within a couple of yards of me. He was sniffing out his next meal.
Nice. The reason those crocodiles lost is because most of them weren't ult biting. Like, I used up all my stamina ult biting, but I had to, because the ult bite is faster. So you land quicker bites.
I needed to drink badly. I was dehydrating. And once I had my fair fill, I moved on and left the scraps for whoever else was in the location.
Look at this peaceful, beautiful river. Look at that, right? And then below it, in the depths, a monster is waiting.
But once again, I had no luck. Nothing would come to the waterline. I continued to travel up and down the rivers.
There's like unspoken laws almost. Because each and every alligator knows the risk. It's an interesting environment to survive in, that's for sure. And it's definitely an ecosystem. No doubt about that. Just keep on moving.
There was something making waves in the water. Nothing but a small thing.
There's some big crocodiles around. Look how beautifully green I am. Bloody magnificent. How are we all, gentlemen? How are we? Got a little something happening up here with some bodies. I could do with a bit of a free meal. Yeah. Alligator dead there. That one's got a skin just like me. You're all good, mate. I'm right here. He looks a little injured.
It was a quiet day on the river, considering how many bodies there were.
That's a hipsy. Quick little snack.
A Dryosaurus picked the wrong time to come down for a drink. After catching a Dryosaurus here, I figured maybe this is a good place to hunt and wait, so I planted some fish around the embankment. I was waiting there for what felt like forever.
Crocodile.
But here at the river's junction, Deinosuchus would be passing through all day long. I held my position, showing no signs of weakness.
I'd do it. I could have ended bad.
And finally, after waiting a few hours,
look at this catch. What a actual beauty. Crikey, she's a big one.
it can be days before we find any such hunt, and opportunities can slip from our grasp all the time. But for a Deinosuchus to capture such a reward, a trophy that remains at the bottom of the river.
So it looks like a fresh adult, pretty much. Poor guy. But hey, this is what we live for as a crocodile. All those beautiful hunts like that. Just look at it up. Look at our stomach now. She's filling up. Need to reposition. Eat, eat, eat. I'm gonna have a perfect diet. Rest in peace, beautiful Stego. Rest in peace. At least it's not like a legacy Stego. You can just get another one, luckily. I filled up as much of my dietary requirements as possible, then made my way up the waterside bank to find some rest. Somebody's eating from my corpse. Later that night, some small alligators were helping themselves to a free meal. Hopefully they're enjoying it. Well, they ate all the greedy little pigs. They left me nothing but a rib cage. It was a lonely night, nothing happened, and the next day was just as quiet. We got a little something daddy. In fact, the only thing I found was somebody else's leftovers. I don't know what killed it. Thanks for the free meal. And once again, I waited on the edge of the bank, semi-AFK, all night. Oh, there. Let him know I'm here. He knows now. We know each other's skins. That's pretty much the rules in the river. Just don't come this direction, mate. Everything will change. I ended up travelling far from the safety of water, inland, to collect some free food. Are we having that? Back in the river, I was stalking the waterline. Don't do it, buddy. But I was far from alone. Somebody else was moving in. There's two of them. They had superior numbers. Interesting. I slithered my way back into the water, and then one of them started to follow me. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, it's gonna be an epic day. I made a sudden change so I could feel their reaction. There's two of yous. I gotta save every bit of my stamina. Every bit. I went back to my original hunting position, but only a few moments later, they would return. I don't think I'll be able to take one with me, but you never know. They just killed a little baby. This was a calculated kill, a showcase of power. They bring the body down to my end of the river and put it on display. I might have to strike first. If I strike them at the same time, I could get them trading bites. Could, but I want to let them make the first move. Let's see what they do. I'm over here. And after they made their formal announcement perfectly clear, they made a mistake. They left me alive. Because a real dog knows a fake bark when he hears it. Maybe I'll follow them. I could smell it in the air. Weakness. So they're definitely happy cannibals and willing to show it. It's fair enough. I'd been alive for so long now, and a solo, that I'd become a whole different species of cannibal. And these young lads were in my territory, picking off the juveniles without even asking my permission. And after they made another fresh kill, need a good headshot if anything. Because if I go to bite his tail, if he's like a good alligator, he'll ult bite and then he'll be in front of me on the damage. I lived a long and successful life, but finally, I was ready to put it all behind me. Try to get some stamina. There we go, chest on that one. Let's get the cannibal. I got him. That's one. Let's get this one too. I'm gonna have to use water and apply him in the water. It's the only way to win. Here we go. I can do this. He's not very... I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. I got some good hit. Right. I tried. I got one. I took one out with me. So you know, that was fun. GG guys.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of my Deinosuchus. It had quite a successful life. A harsh life. The life of a cannibal. But that's exactly how it's meant to be played. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the story. And if you did, don't forget to like the video. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. This is your boy OurTime at the end of another epic tale.